Derek, thank you. And our complete coverage continues now with Rick Ritter. He's live in Washington, D.C., where police chiefs from across the nation are meeting to discuss the national spike in violence. Rick?
Well, Vic, it's a surge in crime that certainly extends beyond Baltimore. Here in D.C., they've seen an uptick in homicides as well. And as you mentioned today, police chiefs from around the country met here as they continue to grapple with these numbers. Crime scene tape and evidence markers scattered, a violent theme throughout the streets of Charm City.
Who else going to be that next victim?
One that's responsible for close to 90 homicides alone in the months of May and July. Numbers that haven't erupted in just Baltimore.
What we're dealing with here is bigger than just any one city.
Washington, D.C. is up more than 20% in murders. Chicago, nearly the same. And New Orleans is up over 60%. A spike law enforcement is desperate to tackle.
It is a huge, huge issue. We have not seen what we're seeing right now in decades.
In the nation's capital Monday, the Major Chiefs Association meets face-to-face, discussing striking similarities among some of the most deadly streets across the U.S.
The single most important commonality that we had are repeat offenders.
Hoping to come up with useful and fresh solutions. From Baltimore to Dallas, most are attributing the uptick to synthetic drugs and repeat offenders.
We support letting low-level offenders, nonviolent offenders out. That's okay. But at the same time, we got to make sure that we're not just giving away the whole farm, that we're getting stiffer sentencing for the people who deserve it.
Murders and shootings that continue to pile up with no end in sight. And in addition, New York City, St. Louis, and Milwaukee have all seen an uptick in homicides as well. Milwaukee up more than 100% compared to this time last year. We're live in Washington, D.C. tonight. Rick Ritter, WJZ Eyewitness News.
Rick, thank you. 45 homicides in July was Baltimore's highest total in more than 40 years.